So with that,
Exactly.
right? I mean, you were saying earlier on that you had disciplined yourself to market every single time you got in communication with someone. Like you would drop a little, hey, this is coming, check out the patterns. So that's like the positive. And again, entrepreneurs, we don't always see the positive side. So on the negative side, like what's the worst case scenario, the worst example of someone potentially being negative or someone telling you it's not going to work?
Ooh, yeah, yeah. All right. So a couple. I gotta say, I think in the last few years,
Mhm.
I have really been very conscious about who I keep in my company. And I don't just mean acquaintances. I'm talking about like who are my go-tos in life. Because not everyone's gonna necessarily root you on. And
You're right about
if you
that.
ever read the book Four Agreements, it's never about you. It's not an issue with you per se. It's an issue with them that they are now putting onto you. But I've
Mhm.
had some of that in my life, for sure, and it pretty much cut ties. So if someone's not in my corner, I kind of push them to the side. But I would say one common thing that I got often was like, dude, you're gonna get into the fashion industry. Like, what do you didn't go to FIT, Fashion Institute of Technology? What do you know about fashion? You're in way over your head. You have no idea what you're doing. Don't quit your day job. Don't do this. Like almost people are almost like bracing you for like prepare for a hard journey. I don't need to hear that. And maybe it came from a good place, maybe it didn't. But I think the most common thing that I heard often was like, dude, what do you know about the fashion industry? And it's kind of funny because I'm sure if you ask, an ex girlfriend of mine from back in the day, she'd be like, this guy's in fashion now. He wore the same three hoodies for an entire winter. What now he's in fashion? Like, and that could be justified. But you know what? I'm in medical device sales. I didn't know anything about medical device sales before I got into it. And then I accrued all these accolades and trophies and awards because I
Mhm.
learned, because I cared. And anything can be taught for the most part. So there was a lot of that of just like almost like without saying who do you think you are to get into this, you have no experience. It doesn't matter because sometimes ignorance can sometimes be bliss, and
Mhm.
you go into an industry with really not knowing the challenges, but because you're not like you haven't you haven't seen other people fail, you kind of go into it like I can do anything, and that's powerful. So I just try to block all that out, and it served me well.
Mhm.